Oh my goodness, it's my Libras! Let's go, y'all. I hope y'all are doing a-okay. Welcome to another love reading. For this time, this is going to be for the mid-season of Aries. And we're going to be looking at your love lives, Libra. Of course, this is your girl, Miss RHW. And we're going to get into this, okay? I can't remember what I usually say, okay? I don't have like a set saying it, so just bear with me, y'all. Of course, this is for the collective of Libra, so there may be some portions of this reading that resonate and some portions that may not, and that's a-okay. But of course, guys, if you do want a reading that is more tailored to you, or you find some things that do resonate and you want a little bit of deeper dive, there is information in the description box below that will help you get there or get you the reading that you're looking for, okay? All right. With all that said, let's go ahead and see what's going on for the mid-season of Aries for Libra with regarding love. Oh gosh. What's going on with Libra? What's going on with Libra? What does Libra want to know about their love life mid-season of Aries? Damn, we have reoccurring themes all over the place. And this is like two different times of the day as well. I decided to give it like a little bit of a break when I did Leo and Virgo today. And of course, this is just when I'm recording it. And we got the same themes, y'all. Five of Cups. Really looking at the past. Really missing either an old connection, a ways things, the way things used to be, friends. Maybe we're feeling the loss of support, but there isn't all lost. There isn't, everything isn't completely lost. It just may not be able to go back to where things used to be, but you can make it maybe 10 times better. It just has to come from a different perspective. Let's see what else we get, Libra. Oh, that's literally what I was just saying. This is what makes this card the card of, well, not all is lost. There may be the majority of things that have been lost. And that's not funny, of course. But this is to say that you still have something to work with. You may have people around you who you've just met and you've connected pretty well. And it's just about nurturing that relationship, nurturing that connection. Nice. Three of Cups. Yo, this is some crazy shit. Why is it crazy? Literally, this is what. Let me find this for you. Let me find this card for you, so y'all understand why I feel like this is crazy. Okay. Now, typically, I don't show this deck on YouTube because YouTube is baby proofed for this channel. I don't, they can't, this channel or this platform can't handle ancient symbolism. They get a little touchy and a little weird. So I try to keep this for extended reads, which I will be out, I will be implementing soon enough. But look at this, okay? Look at this. Look at this. This is the reason why your homegirl is like, what the flippin' flab? With the flabbin' flubin'. What the flushy flash, okay? What the heck? Yo, not all is lost. Not all is lost, okay? But the problem is that we're literally looking at the three cards that are spilled over. Now, this is why I said a nice majority has been, has been gone, has been missing, or has been, um, yeah, it's just no longer here. Displaced, I think that's the word I'm looking for. And this literally, the two cups, you see the two cups here? That literally is this is what us readers would say, not all is lost. Okay. You have something to work with that can benefit you. You're like wondering probably, where did that beautiful ass rose quartz heart is? Where did that go? It's under my pillow right now, giving me good dreams because your girl's been having some weird sleep patterns. So I know, I'm trying some stuff. But anyway, back to your reading, Libra. Um, this is about, I'm covering the three swords here with my finger because I want everybody to focus on the two cups that you have right here as the reason for you asking. The thing that's missing, or the root of the problem, is the lack of support, usually of friends or people that or your small community. Now, sometimes this is just meaning that you don't have that support network. You don't have the people around you that you would desire to have around you. But maybe you're building a new friendship. Maybe you're building new friendships. Maybe you're building a new community, and it starts with one person at a time. But each person you connect with, you relate deeply with because of this loss that you're feeling. That this is like you're really having to break down these lessons a lot further than just receiving this energy. Really crazy to have it come up like that, right? Really weird. Okay? So, reason for you asking is because you're meeting new people and you're not sure, the situation, you have this vibe with people, but then it's just not, it's just, maybe this is slow in coming. You're not feeling the support that you would like to have from these new connections. Maybe you're like, okay, well, I'm meeting new people, but I mean, this ain't even the rest of your damn reading. I'm just shocked the way this came out. Death, okay. Cleansing the space, bringing, yeah, okay. What was lost was okay, and it doesn't. It's not always like it's not fair. Sometimes, they like this. Usually, I feel like could talk about where things were and it's heightened. It's at its at a certain like peak. Things could have been going okay, or things have shown signs of slowing down and kind of doing a regression. So when the loss happens, sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't see it. But ultimately, getting over this energy can take some time because it's a sad energy. It's mourning. Sometimes this is actually losing a loved one. And you can't replace that loved one, right? No, nobody's saying to replace them. This energy is suggesting, oh, replace them. But you're building upon something new from what has been lost. And literally, this is what that card means, the death card. The death card does not necessarily mean if somebody has passed away, guys. This isn't always meaning that somebody's gone. This is just talking about a transition in which the things that no longer serve you are clearing themselves from your life, so you can so you can actually have what's meant to stay, what's meant to stick around. You know what I'm saying? Because death is Scorpio. Death is where it's like purification. It's just like, okay, so that wasn't going to be beneficial for you. We're just going to go ahead and get rid of it. And maybe it's a slow process where you're like, maybe you're losing connections as they're building up, and it's showing you your strength. It's showing you how much loss that you can actually receive, like, how strong you are with every loss that you've had so far. I'm not saying you're gonna have more, because this talks about building this back up. We're building this back up from the floor up. We take a serious steps back to get this back to this, at least. But you're not, what I'm glad about, which is weird because I know fours are stable. I'm glad I don't see the four of cups yet. I'm speaking probably way too soon. Whew, there we go. 7 of cups, 10 of wands. Okay. I feel like you're trying to bring people together, or you're trying to get people in your life that will support you, because you are going to be doing something really big here that's going to require more hands on deck, more hands than just your own, baby. So, like I said, you are investing in a future that's going to be massive. That's going to provide a lot of security. Hopefully, the promise of security and stability. Maybe you're starting something new, a fresh new beginning that would basically be the building blocks of a good foundation. Of course, you don't want a faulty foundation. So I feel like what's going on is just that it's just cleansing out areas in your life and things that are in places in your life that aren't giving you what you need at this moment, or could potentially prove to be very toxic for you later. We don't know, right? We can't predict the future. It's best for us not to, because we need to have our power. We need to take our power and take control and make what we want to make now. That's the only way we do that, is if we look in the now. The now is where our most powerful is. So with the strength card coming up, yes, cleansing's happening. You're like, maybe some of you guys are trying to really see if people are truly seeing you for you. And if they don't see you for you, then they weren't really meant to be for you in the first place. They weren't meant for you. And that's perfect, because that frees you up for people who truly want to support you, that truly want to have your back, that truly see that you have, see your heart and want to be there for you. It's I think there's still two, right? This is interesting. And take this with a grain of salt. For some of you Libras, you may be you may be in a situation where the focus have been so long for so long been on the people that you have gotten close to that you've lost, that when new people coming in, you don't see the forest for the trees. You're not. I would be careful about letting this past situation bleed over into this one, because it looks like you're starting fresh, or you're starting again. You're starting again without it being so um so gradual. This is usually talking about a slow transition, but I feel like this is on its way out because of all this beautiful energy that's coming in right here. Wheel of Fortune is your advice. That's saying you to take the opportunity and run with it. Why would it say that? Because I feel like there may be people in your life that maybe you can see, or you can relate to, but maybe there's like, because the Three of Cups is the card of celebration. It's like is acknowledging what you have, and being grateful for it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, as a Libra myself. I'm noticing where my friend groups have grown. I'm noticing where the connections I've made are genuine connections. They're not just, oh, I met this person here, I met this person there. Yeah, they're all right. I probably won't ever see them again. Oh, they popped up again. Maybe it's just they want something else. Like I think in the past we just, because we've had so much loss, because we don't have the people that we genuinely are, we love, where we are, we could be missing out on the people who have been trying to fill that space. Again, there can't these people who you've lost cannot be replaced. They're too precious, they're too special, they're too unique to be replaced. However, there are still spaces that can be filled. There are still things, there is still space in your life now for people to show up for you and love on you. And I feel like right now there's a couple different things. We may not be aware of that, and of them in our lives, to be grateful for them. We could still be healing from this, or still suffering the loss of this. Our bodies and minds could still be very much, wrapped in grief, because this is a card of grief. The fact that it's broken up like this is suggesting that there are people in your corner. It may not feel like it, but there are people in your corner, at least spiritually, that can provide for you in a way that gives you that sense that you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not emotionally going through this by yourself. And I was just actually, I think I was telling Virgo or Libra. I can't Leo or Virgo. I can't remember which one. I believe it was Leo, but it could be Virgo. I'm sorry, y'all, but I was saying to them, you're not alone in dealing with this situation. Please don't think that. Like, you don't have to suffer by yourself. There are people, I mean, even in this comment section, it may be empty for some of you guys. There may be some people in there saying a couple things, but this community too, they're going through something very similar. And you don't you're not alone in this. Don't think that you're the only person in the world. And I know you guys probably don't. You're like, oh, I'm not special. I know that. It's not about not being special. It's about not feeling like you got your own darkness, so you got to pull yourself out of it. No, sometimes it can help so much to hear someone else's situation and connect on a deep level, because y'all are both going through something very, very intense, very, very, it's hard. It's very hard. So, like, you know what I'm saying? If you're thinking about somebody, if you're really missing somebody, you know, if they're in your life or they're not in your life, if they are here still, or if they're in they're on the other side. This energy is suggesting that is suggesting that honoring that connection in the best way is by living in the moment and seizing opportunities where they are available to you now. Honor that love and the connection from the people that you're missing. You honor them best by showing up for yourself, for other people. Like, I'm not saying live for others, because you're in the south node now. That means that we need to aspire to be more like Aries, where we are headstrong. We don't focus so much on the other perspective. We just think about what really matters to us, which is us. We have to live with our choices and decisions, and it's not always, the people that we make decisions around may not always be there, as this shows. And this isn't to say that these, again, this isn't always the consequences of people going, oh, I don't want to be with you anymore because I'm not accommodated. This is sometimes you have lost somebody through death. You have lost somebody through a traumatic situation. That person either isn't the same, or they're not able to be contacted anymore. But in that same vein, there is something very there's people around you, there's energies around you that you can connect with and grow with, and put you on a new trajectory, at least in the trajectory that you'd like to be in. So it's all about perspective, I think, right now. On top of that, it's also allowing yourself to feel gratitude, allowing yourself to feel, to celebrate, really, the new love, the new energy that's in your life, the new people who you're connecting with in your life. You're building friendships, you're building partnerships, you're building business partnerships, you're building all kinds of different types of relationships here. And I feel like that because you got earth, you got fire, you got the only thing we don't have in this reading yet, until I pull some clarifiers with a bad boy deck over here, is swords, y'all. And I'm not gonna lie to you, swords is usually an indication of there being a problem. So I like that I don't see no damn swords, but technically you got all the really good stuff. You got all the really good cards. I'm not saying this card is really good, but this suggests that you are reaching an ending here in your outcome that is making it hard for you to basically progress without it breaking your back. You know what I'm saying? So this energy is looking really promising for y'all. And I want to know what this second opportunity is. I really want to know what this energy is suggesting, like as far as advice goes, aside from just taking on the opportunities that are headed your way or in your path. This energy here, these two energies I want to talk about really quickly before I pull from old baddie over here. Um, what this could mean. I mean, you've got a lot of options, which is nice too. Like this is just options become more available to you, and you can start really thinking about what path you would like to take, or really what kind of experience are you looking to have, either with the people that you've connected with, and how they can be, how they can, sh- what's the word I'm looking to use? It's like, yeah, like options you're choosing, but you kind of want to almost to see where the relationships will go and how it will manifest, and how this would reflect in your life, especially when it comes to finances and money, in or the development of, or you're learning of a community, of you're being a part of a community of some sort, because again, this is small communities. Three of Cups is small communities. Sometimes it's like leaving a small community and missing that essence of being in a small group and being in a small community. Because it's not always, though, the time is it just you losing someone that you care about, or mourning or grieving. It could still mean that, but it could also just mean that you may have had to cut a set of people out of your life because they just were not serving the way that they have been presented, or they just they weren't your people. You know, like they maybe at one point they were, and now you only take a select few out of that group because, damn, I don't really know what this came out of, because I this came out the Fool. Well, we're gonna just place this bad boy right here. This is a brand new beginning. Like I said, you starting fresh. So I really feel like this is like you guys possibly like letting go of a community that was just not seeing you for you, or it just wasn't set, it just wasn't the right setting. But I feel like the Seven of Cups gives you options. You have more options, and I know Libra, right? More decisions. Oh Lord Jesus! Some of y'all be like, "Listen, I actually miss being decisive, God, because this node shift from Libra to sorry, from Aries and Leo. sorry, Aries and Libra. Golly, Aries and Libra has been tough. I've had to be very direct. I've had to, I couldn't spend my time. I couldn't sit around thinking about what I should do and what I should and shouldn't do. I couldn't, and like it would be nice to go back to deliberating. It would be nice to be able to sit back and really think thoroughly about the decisions I make instead of being brash. But it was like one thing that I think to take on with this nose shift is that it wasn't really brash. Aries may be pretty quick that they come to decisions, but this is because they don't question what their heart is saying to them. They don't question um what they're led to do. They know that their heart is their guidance system. And so anyone saying anything else, it's like, okay, yeah, I can hear your points, but I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do because at the end of the day, I gotta live with me, not you. So it's like that. So I feel like some of y'all may be missing that whole like let's sit back and think about this. What do I actually want though? Why do I want this? Would this be the best for me? Deliberating on a whole different like you're deliberating differently, and it could be nice. It could be nice. And I mean, this could. I mean, the fool could be for this. I'm not really sure why the fool flipped out on me, but it's like starting fresh, starting new, starting brand spanking new, but taking a leap of faith and trying to do something. The Seven of Cups can sometimes talk about like over deliberation. You're thinking about all the potential that anything could go, but no decisions made still. You're like thinking, well, okay, but how do I know that's going to happen? What would I need to do that? Well, you have to live your life and see if it even gets there. Sometimes you make a choice and it doesn't go the way you would desire it to go. That doesn't mean that you can't course correct and try something different. But the fool is like taking a leap of faith and trying something just for the sake of trying. Letting that childlike energy to giving yourself the space and the freedom to explore explore a situation or a scenario through to the end. Or when the second this doesn't serve you, and it becomes it completes the cycle. But the Ten of Wands talks about you're being overburdened with responsibilities and commitments. I feel like right now something's going on where you're handling a ton of things at once. And I'm saying not now, but maybe later on, or maybe it could be current that goes into the future. But maybe the people around you start to see that, and they're like, let me get my hands up in that pot. Let me help you. This is up to you to decide whether or not you allow people in there to help you too, though, Libra. Like if you know you struggling, you doing everything on your own, maybe letting people in to help you out, and you just delegate and you explain what you need done. It will probably be a lot better for you. This is the card of reminding yourself of to have good ergonomics. You don't want to fuck your back up because the way you carrying these wands just to get the job done is putting your health, your body, and your mind at risk. So I feel like this is about really like I want to say control, but like you've been doing something on your own for a while, and there could be that comfortability. I feel like you may have grown comfortable. You may have grown comfortable dealing with this all on your own. You're like, okay, well, at least I know what I want to have at the end of this. And it's people like, okay, sure, that's fine, but you still need help because you're still, you're struggling a little bit. There's a bit of sacrifices with this too. Seven of Cups could just be that maybe people present new ideas to you, and you may be interested in trying one of them. Or maybe take a risk, or you may not take any of them. The fool can sometimes be like, I'm gonna go my own way. I'm gonna create my own. Um, I'm gonna go and discover. I'm gonna go and actually chase after my own desired outcome, whatever that is, whatever feelings those are. I'm gonna go and explore them and let them flesh out, and then tweak them and adjust them to my liking. I'm not gonna just go off of the Seven of Cups. These are inspirational. These are giving me ideas, haha. And I can take from what I'm seeing from those things, or take from those experiences in which may have desires to do, but I just focus on one. Seven Cups, I too feel like in your outcome you decide to just finally just like focus on one, or you consolidate all of those ideas into one thing, which is why this becomes an overbearing situation. But okay, y'all. Why do we have the Wheel of Fortune? I mean, this could have come up for that, but I don't know. I'm just gonna pull a fresh one. Okay. Why is Libra's advice the Wheel of Fortune? What can Libra do with the Wheel of Fortune for their love lives? Because I feel like with a new community, there's definitely going to be new people. With new people, there's going to be new opportunity, and it's going to again span those options. Seven of Swords, taking that risk again. What's up with these risks cards? Okay, and also this is possibly taking this taking the high road a little bit. The Seven of Swords, I've heard from different readers, which I find to be, I love this description of it. It's where somebody's um disarming their opponents, so that way that when they don't have to worry about being attacked. My opinion, it's like it's somebody that does that so that way they don't, when they bring up something that may be controversial or hard to hear, that person doesn't have the inclination to be violent or to be hurtful or to cause more problems than there already is with the issues that are being communicated. This is like giving the platform to communicate your controversial ideas, controversial opinions, without it being an episode of Jerry Springer or cancel culture. Like, this is like you're trying to get away from areas where people just reject you because you don't march the beat of their drum. Then you're trying to look for people. Maybe that's the problem. You're trying to find people to love you and challenge your thoughts without making you feel like something's wrong with you. Like, even when you are talking to people, right? They're, like and I say something wrong with you. I'm not saying like basic stuff like they may not agree and they may find that your conclusions are not making sense, or they just inconsistent, or they don't match up, but more so like that you need to have your job taken away, or you need to have your livelihood, and like you don't get to have privacy anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Certain things should not go to the extreme. You should still have this ability to be your own person and to have live by your means, you know make your money, do what you're passionate about, do what you're passionate about, and not have those things robbed from you. So it could be that you take the opportunity, and you take the opportunity by maybe being more subtle, being more gentle, not being so aggressive or ready to ready to attack people, or to ruin somebody's life, because the Five of Cups feels like your life is basically ruined, but it's a temporary ruin, if that makes sense. The Five of Cups suggests that this isn't going to be like this forever, because we're going to find you things to again to reestablish happiness, reestablish a sense of community, a sense of belonging. And the Seven of Swords doesn't, this energy doesn't really belong anywhere. Same with the Fool. The Fool, he's so far away from home, he may as well just go ahead and jump off this cliff, not to kill himself or anything, but to continue to explore and to discover the world around him so he can finally make a new home, which is the whole point of this Ace of Pentacles, making a new home, starting a new journey, but doing so where there's a strong foundation. Maybe not going so hard on people, but on top of that, seeing people where they're coming from, so so that way they can feel safe and comfortable enough to communicate with you, and be authentic. But the Seven of Swords is still taking a risk, in my opinion. It's like you doing something that's completely outside your comfort zone, that makes you feel completely vulnerable. But at the end of the day, it's you, baby. It's you, and you deserve to be celebrated. The Three of Cups. The problem is there's no celebration for the work that you're doing, the sacrificing you're doing, the connections you're building, the vulnerability that you're sharing with these people. Being careful with your words, one, but also being careful about the people that you let in your circle who only want to tear you down. But this is sometimes, I feel like, weirdly enough, with the Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Swords, I kind of get the vibe of befriending an enemy, taking someone who you don't feel would have your best interest at heart, and seeing them through to the potential of love. Like, I feel like everyone desires to belong to somebody. I'm not saying to give somebody who you know is a nemesis a shot, but I do feel like there is something about, there is something about dealing with people and trying something just to see if this person is truly, again, your type of people, or if you're just better off going about your own path, and you don't feel that tug of obligation, like, oh, I got to try to make this work because I feel something for this person. No, this person isn't willing to give of themselves to you. You have the free path to decide whether or not you want to do the same. And this is not a be the bigger person sort of vibe. This is like, what actually makes sense to you? What feels fair to you? Disarming your opponents, disarming your interlocutor, taking down their ideas instead of causing them harm if there's some sort of disagreement. Sneaking away from an attack. It's just some things like that. The seven of swords. And this too could have been somebody who slipped away from you. This could be somebody that returns to your life. Returns to your life. This could be an ex. You're still dealing with a breakup, and it's a slow process to deal with that breakup. But this person returns, and you're like, well, in the past, you just like dipped, you disappeared, you ghosted me. I thought we had something real, and you just left. Well, this person may have the desire to disarm you and your aggression, or maybe this person had needed to disarm themselves from their aggression or their inabilities to see you clearly because they're coming from a place of deep trigger. I don't think anyone's to blame, and this is not a blame channel. I don't do the whole judgment shit. So let's be real. If if either end of the spectrum, I feel like this person may be taking a very huge risk in returning back to your life to see if things have changed. They may have slipped away so you could calm down and then come back, and then maybe you might have done that. Maybe you were like, let me just bow out, and then I'm really craving this connection again. I really miss this person. This person is not like any other, and I want to reconnect. And you do that, usually where shit goes, because at the end of the day, the you don't got much to lose. You really don't. I mean, the card for this usually has two swords that he's leaving behind. I feel like those were his original weapons, but he's taken away the community swords because again, he does not want them to go against him if they if push comes to shove. He's still leaving them armed, if that makes sense. He left his swords behind. He can't carry everything. And this is the reason why the Seven of Swords is given the liar card, because you know how when people lie and they give sell in false truths, they kind of forget the material. They forget what what it is that they were lying about or the details of it, and you can usually catch them bitches out there. That's the kind of same like kind of symbolism that's kind of communicated with the Seven of Swords. Somebody may be leaving their swords behind, or somebody may be forgetting what they had said at one point, or may have changed their mind and ultimately decided to go about things in a totally different direction. So too, somebody may have like, I'm gonna look at this again. I mean, I want one more card for the Seven of Swords to kind of help us understand what this also could be. Yeah, the King of Pentacles. Ooh, damn. Dang. What did I said literally somebody was supposed to stick around, but they dipped. They're like, yeah, I got great staying power. I know what I want. I'm grounded. And then they fucking left. And you're like, well, what the fuck? And they could be like, well, the situation was troublesome. The situation was stressful. I had to just, cut my losses and bow out. But now they want a second chance because they realize what they're missing. I mean, if you miss them and you love them, then there's no need to hang it over their head. And I don't think that's what this energy is suggesting. However, if your advice is saying give something a second chance or take an opportunity that's being presented to you that seems like it's another opportunity to go about it, then take your chances. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you want it. If you want it, go and get it. If you don't want it, then you know what to do. You got options. You don't gotta sit with the old fashioned. You don't gotta do what you've been already done and so forth. This is your time to shine and really figure out what it is what truly makes you happy and feel fulfilled. But the King of Pentacles is somebody who said who has like their word is gold. Their word is gold. It's also maybe somebody maybe had some image issues, and they're coming back around to maybe not to claim their, to reclaim their, not, I don't know. I feel like this is just somebody who had made a promise and broke that promise. Because the seven, I mean, but here's the thing though, it takes a lot for a King of Pentacles to break their damn promise. Now, at the same time, too, it could have been the other way around. Maybe there could have been somebody who, like, somebody lied to the King of Pentacles and he had to go about his own way because he couldn't trust him. Something about this situation suggests that there is just no more trust. The hell? This is what happens when you have the window open in the springtime. Okay? You have the wind, you have the fan going or what have you, and then all these little buggies be like, ooh, lights. Come on now. But see Earth energy, Earth coming to okay, but anyway. Um it's a lot of scenarios. You got opposing energy, Scorpio, Taurus coming up, Pisces is up in here. What's up, Pisces? Saggy, Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter there. But I'm feeling like it's a couple different scenarios. Somebody could have left you. You could have left them. Somebody felt lied to, and so but they realized that their situation wasn't a lie. It wasn't false. It wasn't fake. It just may have been misunderstood and perceived as such, and they want to try again with a new perspective. But this is also someone who made a commitment and they broke that commitment, and it could be on a numerous different things. Maybe because they felt like this was a lost cause and they just didn't want to get involved in it, or somebody cheated. But I just don't think that's the case. Granted, the Three of Cups could sometimes suggest that's what that is, but I don't feel like that because the Three of Cups is usually about friends and communities and support. Three of Swords is usually that third party situation breaking up because somebody may have done something that was that was betrayal oriented. Somebody felt taken advantage of. In that sense. But the Three of Cups is usually not that energy, so I don't really feel that. I mean, it could have been that this person was more focused on their friends than they were focused on the connection, and now they want the relationship back because they don't have the friends anymore. They never had the friends, and maybe they knew it because this is again the situation is breaking itself down from 5 to 2 and 3, which is already 5 again. So to me, I just feel like there has just been some realization and some acceptance, and now it's like, oh, there's something I can do about it. There's options for me. Ooh, I'm talking way too much. It's already about to be 40 minutes. Whoops. And I still haven't pulled your Oracle card yet, but I want to know about this 10 of Wands, and then we'll move on to your Oracle. Yeah, man. See, Libra, 10 of Wands, 9 of Swords. You're doing a lot of stuff, and you're doing a lot of stuff alone, and you're stressing out really bad. You're not sleeping very well, kind of like me. But I feel like this situation for y'all, you're doing so much because there's some responsibilities or things that you've committed to. King of Pentacles is coming up. Maybe you've committed to something. You've taken a big risk and taking it on, and there's an opportunity that's coming, or there's an opportunity right in your wake, and you're seizing it now, or you're being asked to seize it now, and you do seize it, which is why this is in your outcome, and you seize it and you're swamped, bro. You're swamped. You can't get your life in order. You have a very bad work-life balance, but you about to get that fixed up because people are seeing that. People love you. People want you to be the best you that you can be. And with the High Priestess there, this is like being sensitive, not just sensitive to the needs of others, but especially to the needs of yourself. The High Priestess is someone who is very wise, very intuitive, right? People go to her for counsel, and she's always there for people. And I feel like with the High Priestess, this is asking you now to be there for yourself as well. Meditate, be there for you, or know what's going on with you. Always keep that intact so you can ask for help. King of Pentacles is also somebody who be doing stuff on their own all the time. They'd be like, yeah, I got it. They're super generous with their time, super generous with their money. But when it comes to other people supporting them, they'd be like, "No, I got this. I got this." It's like, no, sometimes it's okay not to. The King of Pentacles eventually, lets that go and delegates, so he can have, so he can spend time with what truly matters to him, which is family and friends. Please understand that when the king comes up, it doesn't have to be a male or a female. Same with the high priestess. It just really just means that these. It's just talking about the card and the degree of these energies, which is usually the mastery of a craft. In this sense, it's about being stable, showing hospitality, being generous, feeling comfortable, and getting your health right. Getting on top of your health, having really good health, and also being wealthy too, having lots of money. Some of y'all may be doing the whole thing with the monies, but you're getting maybe starting a new job or starting a new career, but wherever you're going may need some assistance. You may need some assistance, and it's okay. And it may not be direct assistance that may be needed. It could just be that it would help a shit ton if you had some support, some emotional support. Let it be like people in your corner, people that will be there for you and understand that your workaholic self may need an escape every once in a while and have a partay. Okay, okay. At the end, oh wow, full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Go Libra, let's go. Woo! Let's go Libra. Okay, I'm being so. It's like, bitch, you biased. You know you fucking Libra. I know, bitch, but still, man, some tough energies, especially if it's Capricorn, my guy. Let's be honest. That shit's hard, bro. Okay. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. That's what that Ten of Wands is about. Woo! Oh my god. If you are wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. Wow. The Seven of Swords, cutting your losses and just, taking yourself more seriously because you are so, I don't know, there's something about you that has so much value, man. Yes. I mean, this is interesting. I never really thought about it, and because this is a love reading. My view for the reading won't be necessarily so much on career, even though very well could be a career thing. But again, like I was saying, that somebody made a decision and decided to dip out, but there's a new opportunity presenting itself that would take that value and really put it to use, put it to work, and or maybe put it on the pedestal that it belongs. But I love it. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true. This is what I'm saying. Seven of Swords is taking that risk, doing what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was getting the vibe. I was like, okay, it could be someone disarming disarming their enemy or their competition, coming in less aggressive, not coming in so blunt, so harsh, killing them with kindness almost. But I feel like too, it's like you're willing to risk even leaving your own swords behind and leaving that up to somebody that has those swords in within the group that you try to steal all their weapons from to come and get you, but you come in with a way to disarm, or like there's something about the situation, like I don't know. You just assume the risk. I feel like I've said all this before. I'm not gonna. I mean, I just love how this is like reconfirming everything. It's just tying this whole thing together. It's really nice. Um, this card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're willing to, if you're prepared to pull out the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. Mm-hmm. With a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. Release control and trust the universe. The teachings of the full moon in Capricorn has a very strong work ethic and energy. You will work. You will. Ah, has a strong work ethic and energy and will more than likely come up when you're asking a professional question. If your question is about another matter, it will serve as much needed reminder to move through any feelings of hopelessness you may have been feeling about your situation. And this applies no matter when you draw this card. Making a plan is a far better use of your time. Fuck. Okay. Well, Libra, damn. This reading really was is insightful, deep. Everybody's readings at the mid portion of Aries has been very deep, and I think you are gonna probably be the longest one, in accidentally. My bad. But thank you guys for sticking around. If you're still here to the end, um, I'll be seeing y'all guys for Taurus season and whatever next videos I decide to come up with because shit, why not? I'm enjoying myself. But until next time, Libra.